I'm Kimber Shafer with Rage in the Cage, Oklahoma, and we're here at Twin Peaks for the pre-fight interviews talking about Rage in the Cage 29 coming up on July 11th at the Bricktown Hotel and Convention Center. And standing here with me is Bobby Hoffman. And Bobby, are you ready for this fight?
Oh, I've been ready. I'm always ready. I personally don't have a gym to train into, but I stay ready with the instinct and, just being myself. Yeah, and being comfortable and having no fear, and I'm comfortable wherever I'm at. I don't think I've ever met a stranger in my life,
You kind of mentioned this, Bobby, is you don't really have a gym anywhere near you, an MMA gym to train at. And so I asked you briefly what your plans were as far as moving your career and finding a gym where you can be in and training, and what are your plans?
As of right now, I live in Hobart, Oklahoma. It's a small town. It's about 4,000 people. We finished we paid off our house maybe about a month ago. We're moving to a closer town towards Altus, Oklahoma, so I can be with Will Coxon's family academy. I believe they're part of the 10th Planet family. I'm just trying to get towards Altus. We don't need to move. We don't have to move. My family's doing it for me. And by the 15th, I should be in this new house.
Wow. So, right now you're 0-6 as far as wins in the cage. You are an amateur fighter. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you being in a gym and having that training because, just the technique that you already have, you have a really good base. And so building on that is, just only going to further your career, of course.
I know I'm just untrained as can be, the most bottom of the totem pole there is, but this is a passion of mine. I'm not illiterate. I'm not off in the head. I love this, and this is what I do. I was bullied as a child, and I went through a lot of gang problems. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas, for 18 years. This is the reason I moved here, was gangs. And Oklahoma has turned my life around for the better 180. And I'm blessed with you, Mike, D, Lamont, Matt, Rage in the Cage promotion, period.
Well, we are so happy to support you, Bobby, because, like I said, and, you said some things about yourself that I don't necessarily think are true. I don't think that you're the bottom of the totem pole as far as MMA trainers. I think you're a lot better than you think. And I think once you get that training, because a lot of times the training is more than just the fighting. It's about getting in your head and knowing, it's the mentality, and you going in that cage with that mentality, knowing that you're going to win. And I think that's going to be really important to you, is just you having that, the mentality that you're a winner, that you're a champion.
I have the drive. I do. I've never had a solid corner that knew me. I've always had to walk into my stadium alone and look for someone to corner me. And I've had the honor of having multiple top-class dojos corner me, but they don't know me and I don't know them, so I didn't do as good as they wanted me to, and I was disappointed, but I'm really not disappointed in myself. I'm pretty proud of myself. I've came a long ways from where I have come from. Being untrained is just something minute right now. It's just small. Give me another year and I'll most likely be belted in the jiu-jitsu system. Give me a couple more years and I'll hopefully be pro. I want a belt in the amateur before I go pro. My ideal weight would be 135, but I will stick at 145. I'll fight at 155. I started at 185. I'm ready for whatever comes my way. Larry gives it to me, I'll take it.
Do you have people cornering you for this fight?
Yes, and kind of no. I have Will Coxon's family academy. They're really close to me, man. We have one of their fighters, Jacob Bell, is going to be fighting, and he's a great man. They're just awesome guys, man. They're so down to earth, and they've never met a stranger in my life, and it's awesome when I can connect with people that are like me. Really. If I don't have them, I'm going to go for whoever's willing to help me. And I'm going to try my best. It's all up to me in the cage.
Well, I know for sure that we have some really good guys there, and they're not going to let you be in that corner alone. So I know for sure that you're going to have somebody there. I just didn't know if you had somebody planned.
Yeah, I do want to thank All in All, and they helped me out last fight. They cornered me. They stepped up, and it was amazing, man. And I believe they have a pastor that's part of our team now, and they've reached out to me, and OMA, R1, all of them. They are all top guys, man. We are doing something special here. Oklahoma, and we have some of the toughest gyms. And there's nobody in Oklahoma that isn't afraid, to fight anybody within our state or out of our state.
Right. You mentioned it a little bit. The one thing I love most about Oklahoma is, sometimes you're competitors in the cage, but we're all family. We're all an MMA family, and you might have to fight somebody that you really admire, but at the end of the fight, we're family. And I see, even the last fight, June 13th in Choctaw, I saw such incredible sportsmanship that night. I was so impressed to leave that event that night, and I was just happy to see that you leave it all in the cage when you're done, and that's really impressive.
Yeah, it's like in this sport, you're going to eventually fight a friend, or you're going to become friends with someone you fought. As with Austin Conrad, he beat me TKO. I was his first win, and we became friends afterwards. And then before that, we talked a lot on the internet, and it was 50-50 hype and animosity. But now we're buds, so that's what it's all about. Yeah, I will fight one of my friends in the cage, and I will hug them afterwards. Yes, I will fight an enemy in the cage, and I will hug them afterwards.
Well, that's really good, and I look forward to seeing you on this fight and seeing what improvements you've made, but I really look forward to overall picture and the future for you because, like you said, yeah, you have the heart, so it's just a matter of implementing.
I can't wait, When I do get into a gym and I am stable, I believe I am going to go somewhere. But as of right now, me being me, myself, it's just pure heart. Pure heart.
Well, good. Well, we appreciate it and look forward to seeing you next Friday.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Bobby.